Yay, what's going on? It's week 3 against the Denver Broncos at home in LA. So for the first time in the season, we get our home game, and hopefully this is a game that we can win. This is a very big game against the Denver Broncos. This is definitely the game that I was worried about the most. I was looking at the Chiefs game, and I thought to myself, that's definitely going to be a big game too in San Paulo, but this game right here is definitely going to be a big game. It's going to determine how we look at this division for the entirety of the rest of the season, because if we can win this game, that means that not only are we still the leaders of the division, that means we're also undefeated in the league overall. And it also means that we have command of this division. The other teams in the division have to beat us. We need to win all of our division games. If you win all of your division games, remember, nothing matters. If you win your division games, you're going to the playoffs, a top 4 seed. You really just need to win. If you can win those 6 games, I need the offense to step up, and it's tough because I know the Chargers want big plays. I know Greg Roman wants big plays at times, but this is going to be a game where the run game is going to have to step up tremendously. We need Najee Harris to step up. We need Omarion Hampton to step up. I didn't talk about them last time for the Raiders game. I actually forgot. That's my fault, but we need those guys to step up really big in this game. And I don't necessarily think it's their fault that they didn't have big games against the Raiders, because let's be very real, the offensive line isn't great. They're not great at run blocking. We don't have Rashawn Slater. They were never really that good to begin with when it comes to run blocking, and the defenders just come right through. Max Crosby was right there every single time. He's the one who made Hampton fumble the ball towards the end of the game. So needless to say, we need better offensive line play so that the run game can thrive. I think the running backs, Najee and Omarion, I think they're fine, but we just need better play from those guys, from Zion, from Becton, from Bozeman. Joe Alt is, I don't know what he is. He's whatever he is. It's not human. I'm gonna just start calling him Clark Kent at this point. This dude has no facial expressions, big as a mountain, no facial hair, somehow makes him scarier. But regardless, I like Joe Alt, and he's doing everything that he needs to do, so shout out to Joe Alt. Having big plays are great, but we don't need them. It's okay to dink and dunk your way down the field, and if that's what they're going to give us, we need to take that. If they're going to give us the big plays, take the big plays. If it's to Quentin Johnson, do it. Give it to Quentin Johnson. I never thought I'd say that, but do it. Now, if he drops 2 balls, stop throwing it to Quentin Johnson. I felt like that was a big issue last season. Whenever Quentin Johnson was dropping balls, they would just keep feeding him the ball, which I know a lot of people would say is what you're supposed to do, but for me personally, I say no. I think 2 drops is better than 4, so stop throwing it to him if he keeps dropping the ball. Throw it to Ladd McConkey if he's open. Throw it to Keenan Allen. We have guys that can separate aside from Quentin Johnson, who's okay at best when it comes to separating. If you see something that's not working, stop doing it after a while. If the run game isn't working, it's okay to put that on hold or try something else. No jet sweeps, please. I don't want to see that on a 4th down. So like I said, when it comes to the Broncos, let's just take whatever they give us. I think that's the best way to get ahead of this Broncos team. Take what they give us. Don't necessarily play conservative. You can take your shots. You can take chances. That's perfectly fine. But definitely take whatever they are willing to give us. You take that as well. You take as much as you can until they stop giving it to you. And then you start taking your chances. But you can also be smart about that whenever you take those chances. Whenever you say, hey, let's throw it down the field. Hey, let's do a cross with Quentin Johnson. Hey, let's give Lambert Smith a try maybe, right? I just think that Greg Roman has to play a much smarter game. I think he needs a good game plan. And I think that this Broncos team is definitely beatable, a team that had a lot of hype coming into this season. People were saying this team was going to rule the division. They were going to be number 1. They're going to be the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders all at once. They said the Broncos were going to be the team to beat in the AFC. They said they were going to be the 2nd seed and beat the Bills. They said all types of stuff about this team. This team is beatable. As we've seen, the Colts put work on them. Daniel Jones put belt to ass. We saw it live. We saw them lose. Didn't they? Yeah, we saw them lose that game. So we know they're beatable. We know that we can beat the Broncos. Bo Nix, he hasn't been playing outstanding at all. He's been playing probably at an average level. He hasn't necessarily been playing bad. He knows how to protect the ball. We can get after him. We can, I think we can create pressure mostly. I don't think we're going to get too many sacks on him, but we can definitely create some kind of pressure with Thule, especially on that edge. We can definitely sometimes maybe even push him out of the pocket. Hopefully we just don't want him to make plays or do any Mahomey type of actions, as you would say. Either way, this will be a good game. This is not going to be a blowout on either end. I think however, I do think the Chargers win this game. I'll say 27-24. I think it'll be a decently high scoring game. It's definitely going to be a defensive battle at some point, probably in the 3rd quarter, because that's usually when the Chargers take a dip in scoring points. hopefully we could turn that around and score in all of the quarters consistently. But regardless, I think Herbert's gonna have to play a really good game. Our running backs, Amarian Hampton and Najee Harris, are gonna have to play a relatively good game. I think that our receivers, mainly either Keenan Allen or Ladd McConkey, possibly even Quentin Johnson, maybe even a Trey Harris. Some of those guys are gonna have to have a good game. If we can play well-rounded football, I think we win this game. And limiting the mistakes, limiting turnovers and mistakes, I think we can. I think this is a very winnable game that we can get by on. Hopefully we can stray away from injuries, keep the players safe, not too many things going on there. Khalil Mack is now in IR, so he's out for at least 4 weeks, unfortunately. I'm not too sure what the injury is. I'll have to double check after this video because I record this in advance. So hey, cut me some slack if it came out and I don't know right now. I recorded this probably like 3 days ago from when you're watching this. We have a lot of things that are together. I think that we are a more complete team than the Broncos. I think that they can and should win this game, even with the injuries that the Chargers currently have. So with that said, 27-24 Chargers, and let's see how this goes. All right, yo, I'm thirsty. Ooh, should I get some water or some lemonade? I don't know. I was thinking Powerade, but that's just fake ass Gatorade. I don't know. People even drink Powerade? I don't know. I like it. Yeah. It's my personal preference, as you would say. So I think I'll drink this. It's my vibe. It's my vibe. Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, he breaks your back.